Lingering out there that led up to the shutdown that is still not resolved tonight. Congress still no closer to finding a solution for the DACA recipients and a compromise on immigration reform. DACA, or Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, gives the legal status to people who were brought to the country illegally when they were minors. Our Erin Rogers spoke with one of those recipients today. She's here in the 7 on Main studios live with exactly how this lack of action on DACA is impacting the upstate. Erin.
Well, Amy, there are several DACA students here in the upstate. I spoke to one who told me Congress prolonging any action on the topic is just keeping her and many of her peers in limbo.
A chance now to get back to work.
While the government may no longer be shut down, the future of DACA is still uncertain.
My nerves are just a little bit stressed out right now.
Sarai Batista is a student at Greenville Tech who's been watching the actions of Congress closely.
There's a lot of DACA students who have already lost their status, lost their right to go to college, lost their work permit, lost their driver's license. These aren't things that are really easy to live without and prosper without.
It's those people that some lawmakers are wanting to protect.
The Republican majority now has 17 days to prevent the Dreamers from being deported.
That's when the extension for the funding bill passed today runs out.
On February 8th, 2018, it would be my intention to proceed to legislation that would address DACA, border security, and related issues.
Dreamers want to see that legislation include citizenship.
A lot of people who don't understand why DACA recipients just haven't applied for citizenship yet. And the biggest reason for that is there's not a pathway set by the immigration system for us to do so.
But Batista told me that's exactly what they want.
We're ready to do the right thing, whatever it may take.
Because she says the life she's living now is frightening.
It's really hard to go to school and try to plan for a future and then also simultaneously be preparing for disaster.
While lawmakers are playing their cards in Washington, Batista hopes the stack is in her favor.
I just keep having faith.
Frustrating for these kids, right? Because they're caught in the middle with no answers. What do they do if they're planning for that disaster locally? Like, what kind of steps are being taken for these students?
So they say right now it's just a lot of prayer, but they do say that February 7th, a state representative from Pickens, he filed a bill at the end of last year, and it would allow DACA recipients to get in-state tuition, to become occupational specialists, to get those licenses, and also to get some lottery scholarships if they qualify. For people like Batista, she said that would really help speed up her educational process and help her go in, even though she's already working, but continue helping her become a productive member of the society.
All right, Erin Rogers, keeping an eye on it for us. Thank you. Of course, this is